Hi, welcome to another episode of I Can Alteryx That with coaches Alex and John. I'm John. Today, we're going to cover Alteryx Weekly Challenge number 231, What a Combo. Let's get started. Alright, so this week's challenge, our goal is to create a list of possible combinations. That's it. So you can see here we have a data set containing 15 values, var1 through var15. And you can see the output. What we want to do is create a list of each of the combinations containing 3 variables. So like 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and so on. So with combinations, if you remember from statistics or probability classes, the order doesn't matter. So 1, 2, 3 is the same as 3, 2, 1. So we have to deal with that, and we also don't want any duplicates. So we don't want to see 1, 1, 1 or 1, 1, 2. The same number can't appear more than once in any one of these 3 columns. And finally, they have it set to vertical orientation, but I really dislike vertical, so we're going to switch this. And let's just get rid of this other stuff. I guess vertical makes sense if you have a vertically oriented screen, but it just doesn't seem to make sense if you have a monitor in a typical orientation, but whatever. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to remove the word var from all of these. So grab a formula tool, select column, we're just going to do a replace, name where the target is var, and replacing it with nothing. So then what we need to do is to create all of the possible combinations between these variables. And so the way to do that, the perfect tool is, what did I do? Is append field. So we're going to append the data set to itself. And I'm just going to rename these because looking at the output, we see we have name 1, name 2, name 3. I'm just going to rename these to name 1 and name 2. And because there's only 15 records, we don't even have to worry about this error stuff. So when you run that, we're now going to have 15 times 15, or 225 records. So now because we have 3 columns, we have to do that a second time. So let's grab the append fields, and we're going to append the append to the original data set again. And so in here, we're now going to just name that third one name 3. And now we're going to have 225 times 15, or 3,375 records. But you can see here, we have things where the same number appears more than once in any one of the 3 columns. So we'd want to eliminate, for example, all of these. And we would also want to take care of, you see here we have 1, 2, 3. We would also want to make sure that we don't have any 3, 2, 1s. So the first thing, and the easier thing, is to get rid of columns where we have the same number appearing multiple times. So I'm going to grab a filter tool, and our filter statement will be name 1 cannot equal name 2, and name 1 cannot equal name 3, and finally name 2 cannot equal name 3. So when we run this, you'll see that we have far fewer records. That eliminated about 600 records. And so now the way that I'm going to go about getting rid of these is we're going to transpose the data. But first I'm going to drop on a record ID just so we have a unique record identifier for each line. Let's go ahead and grab a transpose tool. We will group by record ID, leave names 1, 2, and 3 as data columns. And you'll see that we now get every record ID is now tripled, where each of its individual values are on one line. The next thing I'm going to do is sort, so that I know that and I'm going to group by record ID, and then I'm going to sort by value. So within each record ID, I'm sorting by value in ascending order. And next, and it doesn't really even matter what order you sort it in, just that it is sorted in the same order for each record ID. And then in a summarize, we will group by record ID, and we will concatenate the values. So grab string, concatenate, and we'll just leave them in a comma-separated list. It doesn't really make any difference at this point. Okay, so you can see now that for record 1 we have 1, 2, 3, 2 is 1, 2, 4, and so on. And of course, we could have done that with a formula tool as well, but I find that this is a little simpler. But next, let's go ahead and grab a unique tool. And we're going to find the unique for concat value here. And you can see now that's going to give us the 455, and if you look at the output, it has 455 records. So I'm feeling pretty good about our solution here. And the last thing I'm going to do, let's just clean this up. We'll do a text to columns on concat value. Delimiter is a comma. Number of columns is 3. And then finally, let's just grab one more select tool. We will drop record ID, concat value, and let's rename these to name 1, name 2, and finally name 3. And you'll see the ordering isn't the same as there, but there is the solution. That is how you can create a list of unique combinations in Alteryx. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Data Coach channel for more awesome lessons on Alteryx and all things data analytics and visualization. Follow Data Coach on Twitter at AskTessellation and follow me personally at jemery_dataviz. Thanks again.